Hey everybody, welcome to What They Don't Teach You in School, where we teach life. My name is Donnie Thomas, and I'm going to be talking today about wealth and what wealth-minded people do. And before I begin this discussion about wealth and what wealth-minded people do, I want to be very clear that the discussion about wealth is an internal dialogue that then manifests itself in your physical reality in the form of people, places, and things that then bring you peace. And I take this very seriously because a lot of people think about wealth only in the term of money, and they miss the key critical part that if you don't work on the internal wealth that will then spill into your physical reality, the things that you manifest physically will then begin to bring negativity and strife to you. Have you ever had or seen a story about someone who was at the top of their game? They had amassed so much wealth. They had the people, the places, the things, the friends, the trips, the cars, the homes. And then all those things begin to bring them negativity. The friends begin to lie on them and conspire against them. The places begin to disappear. The homes began to be foreclosed on. The cars repossessed. They manifested it, but then they got all taken away. It's because the dialogue about wealth did not start internally and then spill into physical reality. Because when you're coming from a place of lack, the things that you then obtain from a place of lack begin to take away from you. But when you come from a place of internal abundance, where you are filling and building yourself internally, the things that you manifest externally are bonus. They're a bonus to the greatness that you already are. And so when we look at three areas, your mental wealth, your physical wealth, and your spiritual wealth, you have to be very vigilant about what you are feeding each of these things in order to manifest your external wealth. Because in each of these areas, we feed our being. When we look at mental wealth, you go to work, you have a challenging day, you come home, you decide to turn on some TV. I get it. We all get it. Sometimes you don't want to have to think. I get it. But what I don't get are the people who will say to me that I don't have time to invest in my future. I wish I did, but I don't have time to be sitting on the computer researching about stocks and bonds and real estate. I don't have time. But I got time to turn up, go out, yeah. I have time for that. I have time to go through a 5-hour process of going out, but when it comes to my future, I don't have time to spend researching and learning and growing and feeding my mind what it needs in order to take me to the next level. I don't have time to invest in the things that will secure my children's future, but I have time to scroll through social media and watch somebody else's pain. I have time to look at all kinds of reality TV shows that will not add any value to my life. Now, some of those things may be comical to people, and you do have to engage in things that change your physical state, because sometimes when our spiritual state is so agitated and negative, we need those things that will bring us out of that negative space, and we'll talk about that later. But never say that you don't have time, because you do. And I won't be the person to lie to you and say that that is a great excuse. You know, all too often we have people that are going to sugarcoat things, but I'm not the sugarcoating type. It's a waste of your energy and it's a waste of your time, and you're missing out on the opportunity to develop your life, which is a very serious thing, because you only get one of them. And so your mental wealth, building that, means taking the time to equip your mind with the things, the knowledge that you need in order to generate it into wisdom. If you want to open that bakery, do the research that you need to open that bakery. Don't come home and sit down and be lazy. Don't do that. Find the energy. Push yourself. I don't care if it's 2 in the morning. Find that 30 minutes to go online and look into what it is you want to do to add value to your life. Have you ever had that individual who says to you, you first meeting them, and they say to you, you know, I don't like drama. I'm not a drama-filled person. But those are the same people that tend to be surrounded by so much drama. Those are the same people that tend to be so dramatic. And it's because they are feeding their mind things that they subconsciously reenact. They don't feed their mind things that cause them to react to situations from a place of love and peace. They feed their mind things that cause them to react in a ratchet TV type of way. And so you see them shouting and throwing glasses across the room and just totally stepping outside of a place of peace and wondering why so much turmoil enters their lives. And so if this is you, I challenge you to take just 7 days. Then try to feed your mind something positive every day. Read a book, watch a TV series that will educate you about something that you're interested in learning about. Do any of those things that will add to your mental wealth. And you'll see a change in your physical being. Have you ever tried to go to work drunk? How'd that work out for you? Has anybody ever been drunk? If you've been drunk, then you know how it feels. It prohibits you from doing a lot of things. It changes your ability to operate at your zenith. If I came to you today and said to you, hey, I have something for you to drink. It's going to make you throw up. You're going to forget everything you did the day prior. When you wake up, you may not even be able to get up and fully be functioning till about maybe 6 hours into the day. But for these 2 hours, you're going to have a ball. Some of you might be like, I'm not drinking that. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to forget everything, and that'll be fun at the end of the day. But we do it all the time. We do it all the time. And it's because of the things that we've fed our minds. It's because of the things that we have fed our minds, and our mind perceives those things as living and having fun. It perceives being stupid drunk and out of your mind as living and having fun. But it doesn't show you the repercussions of it all. It shows you with the beautiful people all around you and the smiling, and you're able to engage, but it doesn't show you the aftermath of that decision. Which actually brings me to the next point of physical wealth. Your physical wealth is extremely important, because the things that you feed your body then extend to your outward environment, and people receive that energy. So when you eat certain things and it makes you lethargic, then people are going to get that very lackadaisical energy. When you get things or eat things that give you energy, then people are going to get the energetic you. When you eat or consume things that make you inebriated beyond repair, then people are going to get that you. But you have to be conscious of the subtle effects of these things. Taking alcohol again as an example. If you can drink alcohol and it can make you change into a totally different person instantly, that same day, why don't you think that the other things that you consume, whether it be rice, chicken, beef, have effects on your body that you just can't see? It is very real. And I won't spend too much time on this, but I challenge everyone to take a very close look at your diet and to rethink how you eat and what you put into your body. And you'll have those naysayers and those people who look at you and say, oh, this week you're a vegetarian, next week you'll be a pescatarian. So what? Yes, I am. I'm exploring what's good for my body. Why don't you do the same? Be confident in that, because everybody's body is different. Everybody's going to react to things differently. You may have allergies that I don't have. I can't say, oh, well, this is great for you, because you may be allergic to that. But what you can do is look at the things that you are feeding your body and make sure that those things are adding value to your body. They're going to make you feel better. They're going to prevent you from having a lot of the diseases and preventing a lot of the diseases that we experience because of what we eat. It chips away at your wealth. Now you have diabetes and you have to be on all of these types of pills and things of that nature, and you have to watch what you eat, when you could have watched what you eat from the beginning and not have had to take those pills. I have family members on diabetes that have diabetes. High cholesterol, blood pressure, things of that nature. These things are very real. But you have to make a decision in order to build your physical wealth in that manner. Exercising regularly. People laugh and joke at those folks that choose to go to the gym. I think some of it is overkill. But for me, everything in life is about balance. So just as much as you're exercising your pockets and exercising your mind, you need to be exercising your body, because you are a holistic being. Your mind needs to be exercised. Your body needs to be exercised. And each of those things needs to be fed the appropriate thing. Your mind needs to take in things that are positive, that are going to challenge it, that are going to build it. And you need to be exercising your mind so that it can become stronger. Your body needs to be fed certain things, and it needs to be exercised so that it can become strong and resilient. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Each of the things that I have spoken about thus far needs to be fed and exercised in order to be at its optimal wealth and to continue to grow and build. Now, the last thing I'll talk about in this dialogue is spirituality. Now, spirituality is a very touchy subject for some people. Some people are very religious, and they believe in Islam, they believe in Christianity, they believe in Hinduism, or whatever other religion are out there. You have some individuals that will claim to just be spiritual. They may take in different concepts, such as the law of attraction. I, for one, am a firm believer in the law of attraction, and I think that everyone should at least check it out for themselves to ensure that their energy is vibrating on a level that the universe will respond to. And this is a very serious thing because it is this area of wealth that allows you to quiet your spirit and tap into your inner being. And that is most critical because it takes you away from all of the physical, the external, and it allows you to go inward into yourself. It allows you to quiet your mind, calm your body, and experience things that you can't even put into words. And the one thing I think that is very beautiful about many of the religions out there is that whether you call it prayer or meditation or whatever, it all allows you to come back to that point of introspection and connection internally with whatever greater power that you believe in. But again, it needs to be fed and it needs to be exercised, your spirit. So you need to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with peaceful vibrations that allow you to connect with yourself spiritually and your higher power spiritually. I am a firm believer in surrounding myself, especially my home, and making my home very beautiful, because who would want to, think about it, if you are constantly going back to a place that is in dismay and it is unorganized and it is not beautiful, then your mind is receiving all of these things. Your eyes are seeing these things, and your mind is capturing it in your memory. And these are lasting experiences that you're going to take with you. And it prevents you from fully realizing the spiritual connection that you need to realize. But you need to exercise it. So you need to, that's why things turn into religion, because there's a repetition behind it that causes it to be called religion. So whatever it is you do to connect spiritually within yourself, and there are a lot of different spiritual teachers out there from all walks of spirituality or religion. Go find whatever works best for you. But what I will say is find it and exercise it. So as I am landing this plane, I'd really like to just sum up everything by saying that wealth is an internal dialogue that manifests itself externally in the form of people, places, and things. And in order to build your wealth internally so that the things that you manifest externally begin to bring you peace, you have to feed your mind, your body, and your spirit and exercise them all in order to become truly wealthy. Because when you work on your internal wealth, that internal wealth then spills into the spirit of the things that you manifest externally, and those things continue to feed peace back into your life. But when you are manifesting things or producing things from a position of lack and not abundance and not of peace, then those things can then begin to bring you destruction and dismay. And that is not what we want. And that is not what I want for you. So hopefully this discussion was helpful. I thank you, and I look forward to talking to you next time. Peace.